Hey, how's it going? It's Ollie here. So today we're going to be analysing the magnetic gift box niche on Amazon in the UK. Should you sell this product or should you avoid it? So how do we actually make this decision? Well, I'm going to be using my smash hit product research cheat sheet. Now, if you want to follow along with this and use this cheat sheet to analyse any niche, there's a link, you can download it in the description of this video. Okay, so first thing we're going to do today is a challenge. Can I analyze this niche and make a decision on whether I would sell it or not in 60 seconds or less? First thing we want to look at is, does it have high demand? Really, we want 3 or more sellers making 3K plus per month. Does it have that? I'm using AMZ Scout to check. I'm going to sort by revenue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sellers making 3K or more per month. So yes, there is high demand. What about low competition? We want 5 or less established sellers. Established seller has 500 reviews or more, so there's only 1. So yes, definitely low competition. What about low hassle? Well, we want it to be small, light, fit in a shoebox. That it is. It's 23 centimeters on its longest side, a lot of these. So definitely pretty small, pretty light, made of cardboard, easy to transport. And what about a gap? Are there issues with some of the best sellers we could improve on? Well, this one is making £11,000 a month. And people say, issues, damaged, and it's a little small. So in just 60 seconds, I've realized that yes, there is high demand, there is low competition, there is a gap, and it is low hassle. That's our 60-second preview of the product, but let's go into a little bit more detail so I can actually show you what I did there. So let's start with high demand. We want 3 sellers making 3K or more, right, in the niche. Why? Well, because this shows us that, you know, if there's at least 3 sellers doing well, then the product's really popular. It means lots of different designs sell well, and it means that when you offer your product to the market, as long as customers like it, they'll probably buy yours too. What we don't want is just one seller doing really, really well, because then chances are it's a fluke, it could be a glitch in AMZ Scout or whatever software you're using. Less likely your product will perform well. Okay, so we've got lots here, lots of products doing well. One making £11,463 a month, one making £11,056 a month, one making 9K a month, 3K a month, 3K a month. There's plenty of demand in this niche. So let's check in this box. Let's move to low competition. So we want 5 or less established sellers who have 500 reviews or more, and ideally no brands. Let's have a look. So if we sort by reviews, there's only 1 seller with 500 reviews or more, 1 established seller. So that means it's not going to be too difficult to get clicks, because as customers we click on products with tons of reviews, right? It's just what we naturally trust. But not everybody's got tons of reviews. It'd be easy to get onto page 1 and get clicks and get sales. So that's good. This indicates low competition. No brands. Now, if you're going up against brands people know and trust, it's going to make things harder. Personally, I don't recognize any of these brands. I don't think they would be brands that customers go, yeah, you know what? I know their products are good. I trust them, because they're all individual sellers, right? So I'm not intimidated by the brands I'd be going up against. It makes me feel even more confident that the product could work. Now let's break down low hassle. Now there's 4 things to look for here. You want to ask yourself the question, could you make it yourself? Now you're not going to have to, of course, right? You're going to be having a supplier do it, but if you could understand how the thing is made, what materials, how it's all pieced together, and you could in theory craft it yourself, that's a very good sign. It means it's simple to manufacture. So for example, take this box, which is literally a piece of cardboard with a magnet. I mean, I think I could make it if I really wanted to. Compare that to this microphone. I wouldn't know where to start, right? There's circuit boards, there's wiring, there's soldering. There's some kind of element in there which picks up sound. There's a mesh bit. I mean, it's really complicated. I wouldn't know how to make it. That's a sign that the manufacturing process is going to be way too difficult, and there's too much room for error. Too many things could go wrong. But as I said, this box, very easy. I could make it myself. Is it a low hassle category? So there's quite a few low hassle categories, but these are the main ones: home and kitchen, baby, office, pets, sports, and luggage. So which categories are these products listed under? Well, if we go to one of the listings and you scroll down to the product information kind of area, it's in stationery and office supplies, which is in our low hassle list. So that's looking good. Is it seasonal? Now this is an interesting one. Do you think magnetic gift boxes could be seasonal? I think the answer is yes. Right? Certain times of the year people buy gifts more than others. Christmas, of course, and Valentine's Day, maybe Mother's Day, Father's Day. These will be peaks you'd expect across the year. With a seasonal product, we want to really know, in the down season, in the quiet season, the off season, does it still perform okay? So you'd still get some cash coming in. Way to check this is look at historical data for one of the best sellers. So I'm going to grab this one, which is making 11 grand a month. We're going to look at product history, and we're just going to focus on sales. Okay, so if we look at last year, this time last year, there was a peak in December for Christmas, which is understandable, and a huge peak here in February for Valentine's Day. So they're two peaks, but throughout the rest of the year, it does sell pretty well, right? Okay, yeah, we had 101 sales near Christmas time in a day, and I think there's probably 140 sales in a day for near Valentine's Day, which is understandable. But on the off season, let's take, July, we're still making 66 sales a day. Let's take another month. October, still making 45 sales a day, and it goes up and down, of course, but it's not too crazy. Like if we were looking at a Christmas tree, there'd be a massive peak in November, December. The rest of the year would be flat. That's what we don't want, of course. So yes, it is seasonal. So I'm going to put no, but we're going to keep in mind, it's not a deal breaker in this case. Dimensions, does it fit in a shoebox and is it under 1 kilogram? Yes, it is a small and light product. Alrighty. What about gaps in the marketplace? Is there something we could improve on? So when I analysed this really fast in 60 seconds, we saw that there were some problems, but let's dive a little deeper into them. So let's have a look at some of the 1-star reviews. Smaller than stated. Okay, so clearly people want a box big enough to put all the stuff they're giving to somebody inside. All right, cheap looking box. This is a quality issue. All right, could be room there in the market to charge more and make it a lot more premium, and just get people like Richard who want a really good quality product and are willing to pay a little more for it. This person says do not buy. I'm just trying to see why. One side completely come unstuck. Okay, so it's a quality issue. Too small, scuffed. Interesting. So yeah, what we're seeing here is there are issues, right? Some of them had quality problems. They're falling apart. The edges were coming off. In fact, in some of the reviews, they were missing some of the elements that the box came with. So there are issues, and people want a bigger box as well. So that could be a gap in the market. Are there bundles? Now, obviously, a great way to add value to any niche is to sell the thing you're selling and bundle it with something extra for free. This might not be obvious, actually. I said obviously, but might not be so obvious. A lot of people on Amazon don't do this, right? So it could be a great way to add value. So are people doing it? If nobody's doing bundles, then really there's a huge opportunity. If we have a look at this one comes with an envelope, so that's technically a bundle. Let's have a look. This one has a light and some kind of tissue paper type of thing, and some envelopes and a card. So no, there aren't no bundles because people are bundling. All right. So by this point, we've had a look at the niche and we've really hit all the areas of the radar. So let's give this product a score. For high demand, there are 5 sellers making 3K or more, but we're just about to hit the peak season for this because it's end of January, almost Valentine's Day. It is good, the demand is good, but in the off season, it might look a little different. I'm going to give it, for that reason, a 12 out of 20. To get a 20 out of 20 in the demand, really, I would want it to have 5 sellers making 5K per month all year round, an evergreen product that performs perfectly. You don't always need that for your product to be great, but, if it was to get a 20, that's what you'd get. Low competition, well, there's only one established seller. There's no brands. It's pretty much as good as you can get, almost. So I'm going to give it 18 out of 20. Very easy to compete in this niche. What about low hassle? Well, you could definitely make it yourself. It's a very simple product. Low hassle category, definitely. It is a bit seasonal because it peaks when people give each other lots of gifts. Valentine's, Christmas. But the dimensions are good. So I'm going to give it a 15 out of 20 because we've got 1 out of 4 of those things. That's not there, but we've got 3 out of 4 that look good. Finally, gap in the market. There are issues. A lot of the products are too small. There's quality issues. But there are bundles. So it's not going to be easy as because you have a bundle, you're better than everyone else. You'll have to put a little thought into what's inside your bundle to make sure you stand out. For that, I'm going to give it a 13 out of 20 for gap. All right. So the last category we need to look at is Hunch. What are we going to give this for Hunch? How do I feel about it? Well, this is when I start to think about the price point, the seasonality, and just how I generally feel about the niche. Notice how I looked at all the data first before seeing how my gut feels about the product. That's always the way you should make decisions in business, right? Look at the data, get all the facts, the evidence, then see how you feel. This product seems like it would be good. It would be really red hot in December and February, definitely. So stock up loads for then. Watch you don't over order because during the off season you might see a downtick in sales. If you can offer a really premium box that has amazing quality, is a bigger size, you're going to find gaps in the market. I think that'd be quite easy. And I think there is a way to charge a lot higher than what everyone else is charging here. I would come in at maybe £25, £25 and just offer something exceptional, really good quality for people at the premium end of the market. Then you make more profit as well. So for those reasons, I'm going to give this a 14 out of 20 for Hunch. Pretty solid product. Let's add up these scores, shall we? All right, so we have 12 for high demand, plus 18 for low competition, plus 15 for low hassle, plus 13 for gap, plus 14 for Hunch. That is 72 out of 100 for this product. So should you sell it on Amazon? I think yes. Just be aware of the product's slight downsides, the seasonality, things like that. But yeah, if you offered a good magnetic gift box on Amazon, I think it would sell pretty well. So if you want some help researching your product to sell on Amazon and you want to get some coaching, not to just find products, but to launch them and to build a really decent stream of income with your Amazon business, click the link in the description. You can fill out a short application form, and if we're fit, we'll have a call. On this call, we'll do 3 things. We'll talk about your goals, get crystal clear where you want to go, how much you want to make, what kind of life you want to live, and in what time frame. Then we'll talk about how things are now. What have you tried so far? Have you started your business yet, or are you starting right from the beginning? Once we know where you're starting from and where you want to go to, then we can figure out all the things you might need help with along the way, and then we can figure out things you might need help with to get there. Once we've gathered all this information, it'd be much easier for us to come up with a plan together. And then once we've come up with that plan, you can decide whether you want to get some help with me for that plan. or not, whether you want to implement it yourself. So click the link in the description, fill out the form and book in your call. Thanks so much for watching this video. Like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll catch up very soon.